students, welcome to Vidya Mirad. Today I am going to teach you rational numbers for class 8 where I am going to discuss about the properties of addition and subtraction of rational numbers. At the end of the video you will find one assignment where the question will be based on rearrangement property. I request all the students to do it, solve the answers and write down in the comment box. Now, if you look at this picture, you see that there are some circles inside. An outer circle belongs to rational number. This rational number includes your integers, your whole numbers, your natural numbers. Now, what are basically natural numbers? These are those which starts from 1. Okay. Your whole number starts from 0. Your integers have both positive, negative, inclusive of zeros, and your rational numbers are basically, they are written in a fraction form or p upon q form. Now here if you see, it is integers also, whole numbers also, natural number also. So students, if I have 2 as a number, I can write it is in a fraction form also by writing 2 upon 1. So let us understand what are rational numbers. If you look here, a rational number is a number that can be presented in a form of p upon q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So if I say 3 as a number, okay, 3 is an integer, I can write that 3 in a form of 3 upon 1. If I have any negative minus 5, that can also be written as minus 5 upon 1. Now here you need to be careful. If you are asked, is 0 a rational number? Yes, 0 is also a rational number, as it can be written in a form of 0.2 or 0.5, whatever that number is. The only way you have to take care is that denominator should not be equal to 0. Now I am going to tell you something about addition of rational numbers, what you need to take care of. Now first of all, maybe you are giving 2 rational numbers or 3 rational numbers. Step number 1, you need to see that your fraction is there with a positive denominator. Like for example, I say my rational number is 1 upon minus 2. So my first step is I need to make my denominator positive. So what I can do, how can I make it? I will simply multiply and divide by minus 1, which will make my number denominator as positive. So answer will become minus 1 upon 2. Step number 2, check whether the denominators are same or different. In case your denominator is same, what I can do, it is simple to add. You will simply add the numerator with writing the same denominator. Or if the denominator is not same, I will try to make it same. Let us do with the help of some examples. Now case number 1 says that when denominator is same. Now look at the example number 1, 2 upon 4 plus 3 upon 4. Now 4 is my same denominator, so I can simply add the numerator 2 plus 3. Your answer comes to 5 upon 4. Next example, if you see here, 2 upon 5 plus minus 6 upon 5. Now here 5 is same, so I can write 5 in the denominator and 2 plus in bracket minus 6. Now here you need to be very careful. What is plus minus? Plus minus is minus. Here you need to be very careful about these signs. Those of you who wants to see on integers, you can click on the I button above. Please go through that video to make your concepts clear about these signs, what we have to do. Okay. Now next thing we have to take care is when your denominator is negative. I have already told you, you have to make denominator as positive. So what I will do is, it will become, if you look into the question, 1 upon 6 plus 5 upon minus 6. I need to make minus 6 as positive. So I will take minus up. So simple rule is, what I will do is, 5 upon minus 6 will be multiplied by minus 1 divided by minus 1. So minus and minus will become positive in the denominator, and with the numerator minus will come. Okay. Now 6 is same as the denominator. It will become 1 minus 5, which is equal to minus 4 upon 6. So here, see, 5 is a bigger number. So you need to put the sign of a bigger number. That is why I have put here minus 4. For clearing this plus and minus problems, you must watch the integers video. Next is when your denominator is different. Here I have 1 upon 4 plus 5 upon 6. Now what I will do is, I will try to find out the LCM for this 4 and 6. It should be 12. So what I will do is, first I will try to make 1 upon 4 as 12. How will I make 4 12? When I multiply by 3. So I cannot leave denominator alone. I have to multiply the numerator also. So multiply by 3 in the numerator, multiply by 3 in the denominator, I get 3 upon 12. In the second case, 5 upon 6, I need denominator 12, so it will be multiplied by 2. I will get 10 upon 12. Now 3 upon 12 plus 10 upon 12, I have the same denominator. My answer comes to 13 upon 12. Another case is, I can simply take LCM. LCM is 12. So I know how to solve it. So it becomes 3 plus 10, which is equal to 13 upon 12. Okay. In both the cases, you see 13 upon 12 and 13 upon 12, answer is same. Now, I want to discuss some properties of addition of rational numbers. Number 1 is the closure property, which means if you add any two rational numbers, your answer will also be in a rational form. That means if, see, 2 upon 7, 5 upon 14, both are in the P upon Q form, my answer is 9 upon 14, which is also in P upon Q form. That is, it is also in fraction. So I say that whenever I add two numbers which are rational numbers, my answer will also come in rational numbers. Number 2, commutative property. If you change the order of rational numbers, the answer remains the same. That means, this simple example I give you, I say 2 plus 3, it gives you 5. And if I change the order, I say 3 plus 2, then also it is 5. Answer will remain same. Same way over here also, my rational numbers, now in this case I have minus 2 upon 5 plus 3 upon 5. When I solve this, I will get 1 upon 5. Okay. Now I change the order. I take 3 upon 5 first and minus 2 upon 5 the second. When I solve this, again I will get the same answer, 1 upon 5. So the commutative property says that even if you change the order of the rational numbers, your answer will remain the same. Next, associative property. Here also what happen is, in this you have three rational numbers which you are supposed to add. Now here what I do is, I will form the group. Now if you look into the example, I have A, B and C. These are three different rational numbers. In the first case, I have made the group of B and C. In the second case, I have made the group of A and B. But in both the cases, my answer will remain same. Okay. Let me explain with the help of an example. Now here you see, I have 5 upon 10, 3 upon 15 and 2 upon 5. I have made first the group of 5 upon 10 and 3 upon 15. When I solve this by the help of LCM and everything, I get answer 33 upon 30. Okay, now I change the order. I rearrange them. Now what happens? Now here I have made the group of 3 upon 15 and 2 upon 5. When I take the LCM and solve it, at the end you see, again I am getting 33 upon 30, which means in both the cases my answer remains the same. I can regroup it in any ways. So my answer should come same. So that means it holds the property of associative. Next is additive inverse or negative of a rational number, which means if I ask 1 upon 5, it is the additive inverse of minus 1 upon 5. Minus 3 upon 8 is the additive inverse of 3 upon 8, which means if I add minus 3 upon 8 plus 3 upon 8, my answer comes to 0. If I add 1 upon 5 plus minus 1 upon 5, then also my answer comes to 0. So if you see, if I ask you what is the additive inverse of 2 upon 5, the answer will be minus 2 upon 5, because 2 minus 2 is 0. Ultimate result should comes to 0. Okay. Next, property of 0. It is simple as is. If you add 0 either in beginning or at the end, your answer will remain the same, or it will be the same rational number. For example, 2 upon 5 plus 0, answer will be 2 upon 5. If I do 0 plus 2 upon 5, then also my answer comes to 2 upon 5. So there will be no effect of 0. The answer will remain the same rational number. Now, let us begin with the subtraction part. Now, how to solve the subtraction? Now, suppose you have a question, subtract 3 upon 4 from 1 upon 8. From means you have to first write the second number and then you will write the first number. Okay. From 1 upon 8, so write 1 upon 8 first, then subtract means minus sign, and then 3 upon 4. Take the LCM, solve it, you will get minus 5 upon 8. Another similar example over here, minus 2 upon 3 from 5 upon 6. Now from 5 upon 6 means first I will write 5 upon 6, then minus of the subtract sign, and inside bracket minus 2 upon 3. Now it will become minus will become plus. 5 upon 6 plus 2 upon 3. Again I am reminding you, please watch the video of integers to understand the rules of the sign. Okay, it will be more clear. Now then when I solve it, I take the LCM, my answer comes to 9 upon 6. Now here also there are certain properties similar to addition, like we have closure property in addition, that when I add two rational number, my answer will be the same, comes in rational number. Same way when I subtract two numbers, then also my answer will be in the rational number. Now here 3 upon 7 and 2 upon 14 are two rational numbers. My answer comes to 4 upon 14. That is also a rational number. Now, but here if you see, commutative and associative property does not hold in the subtraction. What does it mean? For example, I say 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. If I change its order, I say 2 minus 3. It will be minus 1. 1 and minus 1. Both are not same. They are totally different. So, by this example, it is clear that this property doesn't hold in the case of subtraction. Then property of 0. Now, if I subtract 0 from any rational number, in that case also, my answer will be the same rational number. For example, 2 upon 5 minus 0 will remain as 2 upon 5. Next, some questions are there in a form of fill in the blanks. Let us understand how to do it. Now here in the first case I have minus 12 upon 5 plus 2 upon 7. It should be equal to dash plus minus 12 upon 5. You need to look towards left hand side and right hand side. If you see, minus 12 upon 5 is there in both the cases. So in the left hand side, what is left? 2 upon 7. So what will come in my blank? 2 upon 7. Next, minus 7 plus minus 21 upon 8 is equal to dash plus minus 7. Again, look towards right and left. You have minus 7 both the sides. What is not there? Minus 21 upon 8. Next example, minus 2 upon 9 plus minus 3 upon 7 plus minus 9 upon 14 is equal to minus 2 upon 9 plus minus 3 upon 7. Now here if you see, this is regrouping of the rational numbers. I've changed the group. So what is left will be the answer. That is, if you look towards right hand side and left hand side, minus 9 upon 14 is missing. So minus 9 upon 14 will be your answer. Next, minus 15 upon 7 plus dash is equal to dash plus minus 15 upon 7, which is equal to minus 15 upon 7. I will add 0, only then my answer will come to minus 15 upon 7. In the second case, 0 I will add in minus 15 upon 7, only then I will come the answer minus 15 upon 7. Next example, 3 upon minus 8. Now here, first of all, I will change the denominator. It will become minus 3 upon 8. Now what I should get? 0. How will I get 0? When I should have this additive inverse. So minus 3 upon 8, when I will add with 3 upon 8, only then I will get 0. Whereas in the second case, I have 3 upon 8 plus dash. I should subtract with the negative of this number. That means minus 3 upon 8 will be your answer. Next, some small examples are there. Add 3 upon 2 and 1 upon 6. How will you do it? Take the LCM and try to find out the answer. Will come in the rational form, that is 10 upon 6. Now additive inverse of minus 3 upon 8. This will be equal to 3 upon 8. Then you have to subtract 3 upon 7 from 2 upon 3. Means first you will write 2 upon 3. Put the sign of subtract and 3 upon 7. And your answer, if you look, it comes to 5 upon 21. Now there is a question given to you and you have to solve it by rearranging them. Okay? How will you rearrange? Just look into the numbers, whether these are the multiple or your denominators are somewhere same. Some factors are there. So you need to try to group them in such a way that they have something in common. Okay? And it becomes easy to solve. Now here in this question, if you look into the denominator, you have 3 and 3 and 5 and 5. So I will rearrange it. 4 upon 3 plus minus 2 upon 3 plus 3 upon 5 plus minus 11 upon 5. So what I have done is, the denominator 3 part I have made it to the first side and 5 I have come together. Now solve it, regroup it and try to solve it by taking the LCM. You will get 3 as the denominator in the first case and 5 because the denominator is same, no issues. But now after this, you have 3 as the denominator and 5 plus minus. You need to take the LCM. When you solve it, it will be minus 14 upon 15. Okay. So like this, you need to practice for these type of questions. Okay. And need to take care of plus minus sign, which is very, very important. Now here is an assignment where I have given only 3 questions and you have to use rearrangement property. That means arrange in such a manner, you can group it in such a manner that calculation will become a little easier. Okay, I hope you have understood the concepts of all the properties of addition and subtraction. Try to do lots of questions. Do watch the video made on integers. I will provide the link so that you know what will happen with the sign of plus and minus. Okay, and thank you so much for watching till the end. All the best and do lots and lots of practice.